Right off the bat, I really hate wasting people's time because I just feel bad. I'm gonna try to filter out everyone who just doesn't need to be here. Let me just try to guess who you are. All right, if it checks out to who you are, then maybe you're in the right place. You know, I would love to help you. You're someone who really cares about your work at creating your own music. You're really passionate about it. But as you realize that a lot of your friends, you know, kind of be gawking on it. You know, some of them say it's good. A lot of them say it's trash. And you know, initially it felt good, but now as time goes on, all these words don't mean anything to you. And then at the same time, as time moves on, your family's telling you like, oh, get an actual job, you know, focus on things that really matter. So are your friends. And it's like this weird turbulent feeling that you have inside. Like, I don't really want validation from other people, but maybe I should listen to them. But at the same time, like, who am I? I don't feel my identity in my music that I once felt before. And now you're very turbulent. You're very like, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm gonna talk to you as not your grandfather or your mentor, hell no, or your father or your mother or your lawnmower or your dog's bathroom buddy. I'm here to talk to you as another version of you, because I know exactly how that feels. And I wish the way that I'm gonna talk to you right now is I wish I had that type of person in my life. Honestly, right now too. But I just really want to help someone out there, you know, but not as like some kind of hierarchical person, just as an equal, because I'm going through the exact same thing as you. But the thing is, maybe I've gone through it a lot longer than you. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and I feel like that I've learned quite a bit about it. And I would love to, you know, kind of organize my kind of learning things and give it out to anyone who's interested. Top 5 ways on how to be content as a music artist. 2025. All right, let's get to it, baby. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that I have someone to talk to. My number one thing is take a break from social media. Take the break. Please do it. I realized in my music journey especially, I realized that social media is where you need to take your music to market it properly. And I've already had a social media problem where I was just scrolling through it. But the thing is, I didn't know it was a problem. And you're probably in the same situation as well. Dude, you know how many hours you just keep swiping? I know everyone told you, but really think about it. Your happiness is just these quick dopamine kind of rushes, and it gets to you, especially when you're marketing your music. Because now you're putting yourself out there, and all you're doing is comparing yourself to other people in different parts of their journeys. But you don't understand that's not what you're supposed to do. All you're seeing is, oh shit, they're getting more likes, why am I not? And you can take this as an opportunity to grow, but more often than not, you need to take a step back and realize where your priorities lie. Do they lie in other people's validation, or do they lie in your own validation of yourself? Which brings me to the next point. Number 2, what you do really matters, bro. Look at me, look at my eyes, look at my eyes. Whatever you're making, dude, it really matters. Think about all that energy, you know, all those thoughts, all those emotions into your music being thrown out there to other people to connect to. What you do matters. Now, people can say your shit is trash, and it might objectively be trash if you're not putting in the effort. But as long as you're putting in the effort, what you do matters. So at the end of the day, when you put out all this energy from inside of you into the song, out to other people, dude, do not look at people as numbers. Just don't do it. Look at those numbers as genuine people. I fell into this trap, I fell into this hole so many times. Whenever I put a song out on Spotify, on SoundCloud, on Instagram, or I market shit on social media, I get so freaking messed up on how many people are liking it. Dude, I've spent 4 days on editing a video, a trailer to my Spotify, album, and it gets 4 likes on Instagram. Now, does that mean my trailer is ass? It could be, but if you spend 4 days really cultivating this idea, bro, then those 4 likes doesn't mean shit about what you put into it. As long as you're putting energy into it, it doesn't matter. Stop looking at these people as numbers. They're not these statistics. I mean, you can look at it as a statistics and screw your mind over it. Go ahead, but try to change your perspective a little. That's what I did, or that's what I'm trying to do, because it's really hard. But please, I can't do it at the moment, and I'm trying. But maybe this can help you. Please look at everyone who listens to your music, that little, 4 plays, 5 plays, as a human being. If you look at it like that, I feel like it changes the entire ball game. It makes the music that you're pushing out as something, as not a product or a business. Now, I'm not going to hate on people who consider music as a business. They're doing really well. I personally believe music should be seen as, not to get all spiritual, but as an energy that's being shared to other people. I don't think that it should be given out as a product, but more as an experience and as a way to connect to another human. What you do matters, because no matter how many likes you get, no matter how many people share it, as long as other people are listening to your energy, bro, objectively means that what you make matters. Which kind of brings me to my next point. I should have said this at the start of the video, but me personally, and what I think you are too, is you care more about the art than being super famous. And if you care more about being famous than the art, then I don't think this video is for you. I apologize. Like, I'm not telling you to, leave. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to waste your time. You know what I mean? What exactly that I mean is find joy in the art and discipline, but not the outcomes. Now, this is a very hard thing to understand, but think about it this way. No matter what you do, you want to get to a point where you're so confident in your music, but more so you're so engaged in the present when you're making your songs. And I know you're thinking like, oh, if I'm putting so much energy out, people should listen to my music. People should do this. People should do that. But as someone who really just wants to make art, get away from the outcomes. If you detach yourself from the outcome, then you focus more on the process of making music and the process of connecting yourself to your music. Now, if people listen to it or not, it shouldn't affect the music that you're making, because at the end of the day, the music that you're making is your own connection with it. It's your own kind of meditation. What I like to say, if you really have a passion for music, do not consider it as a product. Just consider it as a feeling. And if you consider it as a feeling, it doesn't matter if people listen to it or not. At the end of the day, you've connected with yourself more just by making that song. Number 4, please fail. Oh my God, crash and freaking burn, dude. I hope you fail so hard you're crying, bro. Because when you do, that's when you're like, oh shit. This is what I learned from me sucking, and this is how I can do better. If that means mixing properly, if that means like, oh, you're mixing with your headphones and it's not even plugged in, and you made an entire album like that, like shit like that, bro. Like there's this little Tekka quote actually. Hold on, let me put that up there.
Having a big song early in your career is not a good thing. It's a bad thing. But you don't want to have a hit early in your career. You want to have a hit 3 years into your career, because you already have fans 3 years into your career. Timelines for music, you have a hit, that means you got 8 months.
Basically, how can you be a really good artist without growing? And I know this is so like cheesy and like freaking like, bro, come on, like everyone says it, but really think about it. Like, you want to have that backbone when you are that really good artist. But what is that backbone created of? Like, what is that backbone made of? That backbone is made of your tears, hopefully not blood, a lot of sweat. How are you gonna learn how to mix like a professional if you don't fail, if you don't EQ correctly, you don't take out the low end for like 4 songs and you're realizing like, oh, that's why my music's ass. And the biggest part about failing is that is the only way to find your sound. You realize the way to find your sound is like, it's not like this. It's like, you're like, you get up here and you're like, oh shit, this is not me. Then you get back down here, or then you slip down here and you're like, oh shit, this is not me. And then you're like this. And that's how you build that backbone, bro. Number 5, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Change your world. Oh. Okay. Now when I say that, I don't mean change your world. I mean change your world. When people say your music's ass, when people say your music's trash, they could be kind of right, and there's a lot of good in that. You can take a lot of opinions from other people. That's what I love to do. But here's the thing. If you're in a box, you can punch through the freaking titanium box as much as you want, but at most you're gonna make a dent. What you gotta do, bro, is you gotta look inside and try to like figure out like, damn, I put myself in this titanium box. You start realizing that this box is not made by other people, it's made by me. Once you start understanding that kind of box that you think that other people put you in by saying your music's trash, your music's like this, it's supposed to be like this and that, it's not their fault, dude. You have to look inward. It's yours. I'm not saying like this is like, you know, like, oh, how dare you do this? Cause no, it's just part of growing. Like everyone does it. There's a lot of people who do it, put themselves in a box and blame it on other people. If you listen to other people's like opinion, a lot of people just don't know what they're talking about and just low-key want to hate on you. I've noticed that a lot of people like, they don't hate, but they just don't give critique. They don't give good critique. They don't give critique out of love. They just give like, oh shit, you sound like this other guy. That's it. They don't, you know, try to help you to improve or anything. And if you surround yourself with people like that, sure, you can get good opinions from them, but you're kind of doing it to yourself. You put these people in your lives and they made this box around you. And I'm not saying to go and change those people. I say, number one, look for people who think like you. And I'm kind of stranded myself. I don't know anyone who thinks like me, or, you know, I have good friends who give good opinions, but I kind of, you know, I want to have my own buddy who kind of like has my own mind space. But that's what I'm saying, like, don't try to change things that's out of your control, change things that are in your control. Like the way that you perceive other people, the way that you surround yourself with other people. If you really do care about other people's opinions about like, this should sound like this, and you know, it doesn't sound like that, it doesn't fit this genre correctly, and you take that opinion to heart, bro, you're only doing it to yourself. Because now you perceive that their opinion overtakes your opinion on your connection with your own music. Think about that, bro. That doesn't make any sense. They're freaking making sandwiches for a living or something. No disrespect to sandwich people, obviously. But they're doing something completely different than you. How can you take their general opinion over what you think your music should be? So that's what I'm saying, like, try to change the world within you. Try to change how you perceive things. I don't mean to preach. You know, what the hell am I? I'm just this Indian teenager making music in my parents' house. But I really want to stress, thank you so much for listening to me. My main goal is to help anyone out there kind of, you know, in the same, having these issues that I dealt with. And honestly, just to meet other people. That's why I'm putting this out there. Like, dude, I'm literally a no one. I just been making music for a while. And I think that's completely fine. I was really scared to record this video because, like, I don't want people to think like, oh, he's someone so high up above, why should I listen to him? Like, who is he? Dude, I'm just you in a different freaking font. Like, if you're a different color than me, I'm literally you in a different font. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. I really hope that this helped anyone. I don't know, I could be rambling, I could be just freaking saying absolute nonsense. I don't really know. But I really do want to help anyone out there and connect with anyone. So, you know, if this helped you, please leave a comment. That would really help me, because or else, damn, I don't know if I'm going to do these kind of types of videos anymore. But yeah, please feel free to reach out to me. I have like a Discord in the freaking description. I want to build a community. I want friends who kind of think like me. I think that would be freaking awesome, dude. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening to me. You know, I hope I kind of made your day, changed your day, freaking googity googity. I don't know. I'll see y'all.